Tottenham were all over them in the first half, and they're going to look back at this one, I think, and rue some of those chances that they failed to convert. But
underwhelming is how I would put it. And if you're a Tottenham fan, I know we have one back there, Dubs. I'm sorry, but you know, I thought. And you spoke glowingly about Tottenham before the season. You said, "Oh, I think they're going to be pushing."
Glowingly about Tottenham up until the 60th minute of the game or whatever it was.
Yeah, but still, for me, where is that? You know, you would think Ange has that special touch with this team to get to push them, especially in the first game of the season, right? To say, okay, you know what, we got to send a message to the rest of the Premier League. We got to send a message as far as a team that we are not going to back down to the 90th minute and find a winner.
I think that's harsh. I think it's harsh on a lot of levels. And Nico, I'm agreeing with you that we saw glimpses of a Tottenham team that I think is going to improve, especially offensively. Up until the 60th minute, like Nico said, they were by far the better side. Dominic Solanke brought in 19 goals last season. He will make this side better. He had 3 chances, the best of them coming in the second half, and he should have put them away. And that's down to the goalkeeping of Leicester City, and they defended for their lives. This is the age-old rule of football. If you don't put your chances away in any league, especially in England's top flight, there are good strikers. Jamie Vardy will get his chances.
You think this team's top 4?
I think they're just outside because of the other side of this is Tottenham still concede goals.
They are just outside. It's difficult to be out of the gates a team that you got to say, I'm aspiring for top 4 because there's only...
Against a team that just came up?
Let me finish what I'm saying. You got Arsenal, Manchester City, for sure, tucked in there. Liverpool is a... Do you think this team is top 4? The answer is yes to that question. And then there's a handful of teams that are just outside, like, all right, let's see if they can make it. I can't speak to the specifics of the game yesterday. I saw it on a second screen in a corner while I was watching Atletico Madrid-Villarreal. But from what I did see, the glimpses I saw of James Maddison, the team looked really good when he's setting the tempo.
Yes, agreed.
And you need a Dominic Solanke to convert those chances. And you'd expect, after a much better game from Tottenham, the momentum was very much in their favor. Even if you concede, that shut the door to the momentum. To keep them, to find an answer against a team.
The urgency is what I was looking for.
That just went up. So
Tottenham have dropped 22 points from winning positions under Ange Postecoglou.
How many?
22 points. And
That's a big problem.
It goes back to this, right? Like, they get a lead, but then they're unable to keep it. And if this is how they're starting out this season, you know, and that's still being an issue for them, Michael Lahoud, like, how concerning is it? And how do you, if you're Ange Postecoglou, what do you do to address this?
Oh, therein lies the concern I think you're talking about, Chuck, is that divide between top 4 sides and everyone else that's in Europe and everyone else who's pretending or trying to climb over that mountaintop. Top 4 sides, they get their goals, yes. But they know how to bend but not break. Arsenal against Wolves. You get your goals. Wolves has a bit of momentum, but there's never that feeling that Arsenal were going to really concede. They had a couple scary moments. The goalkeeper steps up on the goal. You see that Christian Romero, he switches off.
Yeah.
And you can't have your big-name center backs switching off. It happens too many times for Tottenham. They've conceded in 11 of their last 12 matches in the Premier League. That's a divide between top 4 and everyone else is there. Being good defensively when you don't have momentum. And that keeps on just the dagger right in the coffin.
My thing is Leicester City are not good. They're not good. They're not a good team. They left Vardy wide open on that goal, which is obviously poor defending. But on a club that comes up from the championship, and you're aiming for top 4, if you're Tottenham,
you can't give them
there's
a
no
chance.
excuses. I get it's the first game of the season, but this isn't Ange's first year.
Yeah.
He's got his core.
Are we giving
from last season
not enough respect to Leicester?
No,
I think so.
I think Leicester was going to bring the fight.
They're only 1 year removed from
It's true,
being the Premier League
and there was a
side.
different energy at Leicester, and I think it's difficult to find a way to find that momentum again after you concede, because Spurs were different from the moment they conceded to what they were before in the game. But a team that is aspiring for top 4 can find, let's imagine Manchester City, or let's imagine Liverpool or Arsenal. We'd be having this conversation about they were much better than Leicester 60 minutes in, and then they conceded and then didn't have a response. You want your Salahs, your Haalands, your Sakas to come through and give you a response against adversity. It'll be tough to go towards a newly promoted side. Yes, of course, all credit to Leicester and all credit to Jamie Vardy. Yeah, the point was meritorious because they managed to flip the script at one point. But if you're aspiring for top 4, you got to figure it out.
Yeah, 100%.
That's why I put an asterisk to this, though, is we're talking about things not going well for Tottenham. Dominic Solanke's been with the team for a week to 10 days. And he didn't look as sharp
for everybody.
And so it's going to take time for Spurs. I still expect goals, but the defensive flaws in this side, that has to be just cleaned up, or else there's no top 4.
Quick note on Jamie Vardy. He has the most Premier League goals for a player aged 30 or above. He's 37 years old, and I think it's pretty remarkable that this guy is still scoring goals.
Yeah.
Still knows how to do it, and
Look
still
at the defending.
just knows how to
Pedro
poke
Porro
the bear.
there. Oh my
Look at
God.
him. Look at him.
But even Romero also switches off, and he kind of gets just stuck wallowing in nothing. He just kind of gets attracted to the person in front of him.
I will say, our producer Jen Calhoun said it too. She said Premier League is more fun with Jamie Vardy in it, and I tend to agree.
If he got one more goal, if you would just say he would have got the winner, he would have tied Mo Salah for most goals on match day 1.
That's
incredible.
That's an incredible stat.
Yeah,
actually.
That's incredible. Well, watching the match, one of the things that I think it's so easy to look at Jamie Vardy, and he's scoring against a usual suspect. 9 goals against Tottenham in 17 appearances, I think it is. Steve Cooper deserves a lot of credit. The first 60, they were getting battered. Everyone saw it. Then he made some adjustments tactically. This is a manager that was kind of unwanted for what he did at Nottingham Forest, but he shows that he still got it, switching from a back 4 to a back 3, and then Abdul Fatawu. 20-year-old Ghanaian, this kid's got too much sauce. Keep an eye on him. If Jamie Vardy is going to continue to get goals, it's going to be off the play of this young Ghanaian winger.
Do we feel like, I think Leicester, the conversation was that Leicester was the team that had been promoted that we felt most confident could stay up. Did this performance do anything to change that opinion?
Yeah.
Yeah?
To change it for good or for bad?
For good.
I think
For
it
good.
reinforced
Reinforced
the
that they're-
idea that
Yeah.
they can
That they
hang.
could